Well, hello. It is Tina with Enrich by Tina here to help you get your whole life together as I'm getting my life together in real time. So it's time to get enriched. Okay. So here we are. I know y'all like, ma'am, uh, where were you yesterday? Somebody said, girl, where were you yesterday? Good morning, Mother Shirley. Good morning, Mother Loretta. Good morning, Keisha. Good morning, Damon. So good to see y'all. Good evening, good afternoon, good night to some of y'all. Because depending on where you're tuning in, it could be morning, evening, afternoon, or night. You know, we're not even gonna play with it because we had somebody on Pakistan and it was late afternoon. Good morning, Teresa, Janelle. You know, it be all 10,000 of them over here. So, you know, you just never know where all 10,000 of them are streaming from. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's me. Yes, 10,000. So if y'all would just do pause, all 10,000 of you, just pause, like, and share this broadcast and tag one friend. And then that'll be 20,000 that could potentially be tuning in. Don't that sound good, y'all? I'm telling you, but I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. Um, menopause is real. Close your ears, Damon. Menopause is real over here. I'm over here sweating and going on, but y'all say, what happened yesterday, girl? Well, see, what had happened was, look, I missed y'all too. What had happened was, I turned the alarm off. Well, I hit my snooze because I get me a little 8-minute snooze. Then I turned the snooze off. So then when my second alarm came up, baby, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. And therefore, I slept on. And so that's where I was yesterday. The body needed what the body needed. And guess what? I yielded. I gave the body what it needed. I missed you guys. See, I'm over here messing with something. I was over here trying to wipe something off. Now I can't see y'all. Can y'all see me? I can't see my notes. I can't see nothing. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, Tina, stop messing with stuff. And so, so here we are. So that's that. So I am working on some stuff in the background to be able to pre-record. I got me a little lesson this weekend, and so I kind of got it now. And so sometimes I might have to pre-record because this body and I'm having to do double duty at work. I've been working at night, and so doing some trainings and getting out this stuff. So working at night, getting into bed a little bit later than I normally do, and then getting up. You know, the body has to get some rest, but I know you guys, and I enjoy it. It helps me, it helps you. So sometimes I may not be live, but I'll be live, if that makes any sense. Because sometimes I have to lay down and get this body the necessary rest. And y'all will be super, super excited. Well, Lord, look at Dr. Gail Brady is in here. Wait a minute, I'm going to say Virginia, but no, she relocated to Fayetteville. We got Fayetteville in the house. Uh, we got several people that's got some people from Fayetteville. Teresa's family from down that way. My Greta got some people down in Fayetteville. Toya's son is in college. We got Fayetteville. We got the Ville in the and out. And see, she knows me because she done said red. You know, don't many people know that nickname, unless I've told you. And you, but when they come in with it, they know me, and she know me from way back. She know me. Woo! When Hector was a pup, when Lord was still yet developing me, she knows me. Oh, you have a new. Okay, I definitely will, and I give you a call. I'm gonna put you on my list and pray with you, and definitely that God will guide the hands of the surgeon. And so y'all, that's what happened yesterday. So some of y'all reached out and said, "Okay, where you at, little girl? Where you at?" But that's where I was. I the body needed a little bit of rest, and I had to give the body what the body needed. And so sometimes you have to just you don't want to. Sometimes you just want to do your own thing and you think but guess what? The Lord will show you, this body will show you, and you will know, ma'am, get somewhere and sit down, get somewhere and rest. And I have definitely been doing that because what I have learned that if you don't give the body what the body needs. Oh, Keisha from Fayetteville. Come on. Y'all give it up for the Fayetteville is in the building. I forgot, Keisha, that you and my Greta family. And so listen, we got Fayetteville representing in the house. Okay. So when we think about all these things that everything is interconnected, y'all. So when we think about this is day 10, um, um, we bearing good fruit, right? We still rooted in Christ and we're making better choices. And so when we think about that, and so we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, pray for me, Damon. Yeah, call my name out, honey. I tell about please call my name out because I have not yet arrived. I'm still a work in progress. And so and sometimes even in the midst of the things that we try. Good morning, Mother Nightman slid in here. I see you, girl. That when you're doing a work for the Lord, I told y'all get ready. Like and we're studying the pigs in the parlor, and yeah, so different things do come, but I'm gonna do my part. And so um I have started back walking. We got the neighborhood watch, and because we found out a lot of us we're within 3, 4, 5, and 8 minutes of each other, and so we just get together. Yeah, we go all the way, girl. Yes, we go all the way back to Hattie's Kitchen. Y'all, Hattie's Kitchen was a restaurant my pastor, one of her endeavors, and we had to work in the Hattie's in the kitchen, y'all. And your girl slang chicken, yeah. I was, I didn't get back there on the grill, but baby, I was serving them plates. Okay. I was good customer service. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Uh Dr. Gail Brady. Listen. But listen, so when you think about bearing good fruit, and we've been talking about love, and now I told you this next week was going to be between love and joy, and we talked about love a couple of days. So now we're talking about this joy, unshakable joy. Okay, when you have unshakable joy, it just moves you, it elevates you, it elates you, it keep you in. And so we have to talk about what does it mean with this joy. Sometimes this joy I have, y'all people say the world didn't give it to me and the world can't take it away. And so when we think about Nehemiah 8 and 10, and look, Damon was already all up in our business. He already done put the scripture up. He got I think this King James. Yeah, when they said in him, go your way, eat the fat and the drink, and send portions unto them for whom nothing is prepared, for This day is holy unto our Lord. Neither be sorry, but for the joy of the Lord is our strength. And when we think about that, the joy of the Lord is our strength. Now I don't go on messing with stuff. Let me get over here too. The Children Bible says it like this. Y'all know. Um, it says, Nehemiah says, "Go and enjoy good food and sweet drink. Send some for the people who don't have it." Okay. He said, today is a holy day. Don't be sad, because the joy of the Lord is my strength, or is your strength. Is the joy of the Lord. Oh, wait a minute. The joy of the Lord will make you strong. I'm sorry, that's a different version. And you know how we get the joy of the Lord is my strength. But he said will make you strong. And so when you start thinking about what we've been thinking about, good morning, Sister Crystal. When you think about what you've been thinking about, you have to start saying, I'm not finna let nothing, no thing, nobody, no one strip me from my joy. Because when we have joy, this unspeakable joy, the joy that radiates on the inside, there's nothing that can deter us or stop us from getting to what God has for us. And when we start thinking about all these things, that that tries to trip us up, that tries to get us to be singing a hee haw song. Remember that Sister Gail, gloom, despair, agony on me. If it wouldn't be for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. The hee haw theme song, gloom, despair, and agony on me. We can think of a lot of things that could trip us up, but do we let it take and steal what whose we are, and what God has for us? And so let's think about that. When obstacles and trials come our way, we have to begin to choose to be happy. If y'all in agreement with that, put some fire in the chat. Like, you have to choose to be happy. Okay. Lord, I got Seattle, Washington. Where the West Coast is on this morning. Okay. So y'all, that I told y'all, we don't know what it's good night to her. It's still nighttime over there. Still. So we thank God for Seattle, Washington. And I don't know, Pakistan might come on in a little bit, because Pakistan been hanging with us pretty tough. So we'll see. So okay, I see that fire. So yes, we used to sing that song as children. Come on, and joy is not dependent on the circumstances. Come on, you come on here. The good doctor is in here. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's it's divine, and that's what we have to know. Okay, all right, come on. I see Aunt Day's in the building. She tuning in from Charlotte. We got to find. Yes, we have to know that it's not determined. It's not dependent on whatever the circle, whether I'm feeling good or whether you pat me on my back, whether you saying you did a good job or where you doing all these things. It's the divine. It's our right. Okay. It's one of the privileges of being a follower of Christ. Okay. So listen, I see y'all giving me the fire. The fire is in the building this morning. So when we start thinking about these things, it goes. And so he says, "Hey, yo, this is Gen Z. Y'all know I hangs out there. Y'all pray for me." And so he say, like, "Yo, go do your thing. Enjoy the good stuff and share with those who ain't got nothing, because today is all holy and it's lit for our God. Don't be bummed, because the joy of the Lord will give you strength." And so when we start thinking about, so we said it is our strength. It will make you strong. Come on, it's giving us a command, like it will give you strength. It will make you strong. The joy of the Lord is your strength. I mean, you got to look at those words. Like, I never really looked at that like that. But when you start thinking about the words and the command and the action of what it's saying, it begins. It ain't There's no need to be sorrowful. I don't care what's going on, and I get it. I get it. Days happen, and there are days when you wake up and it's like life is life, and everything under the sun is happening, and you can choose to stay in the bed and water all in it, or you can get up and say, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." He give us a choice. He say, "Choose you this day. Who you gonna serve? Is you gonna give into your flesh? You gonna let it rule you? You gonna let it take over your day? You gonna let it be the driver?" Choose joy. That's what we're gonna do. Whatever state I find myself in, he said, "What? Be content." So when we start thinking about what we've been thinking about, because see, we started all this up since May. We've been thinking about what we've been thinking about. It's right, and you make the decision. Like I was in the training last night, and I told the people, I said, "Listen, you know, we haven't changed whatever the system is in 25 years. Okay. The system has been the system for 25 years." I said, "But now you have a choice. You get to choose your pathway. You get to make your own decision." He said, "I put before you life and death. Choose life." He told you what to do, but he still said, "But he gonna let you choose it. He gonna let you do it. You do what you want to do." Okay. So listen, I'm telling you, when you begin to watch God move and do what he does, it takes us to joy is rooted, my God, in God's presence. So now I'm finna go to meddling, as Keith said. You don't go on to meddling in my business now. I'm gonna go meddling. It said the joy is rooted in his presence. And we know in his presence is fullness of joy, you know. So have we been getting in his presence? I'm not trying to um uh rock nobody's boat this morning, but have you been in his presence? That might be why you finish. Because I don't want you to look. Let me look. Look, I got 2 bottles of water this morning. Let me let me uh let me go and pop the top and let me do a little bit. Um have you been in his presence? I had to get a good sip because I didn't want you to think I was mad. The joy of the Lord is your strength, and joy is rooted in his presence. And you make known to me the path of life. This is Psalm 16 and 11. In the presence, there is fullness of joy. Have we been in his presence? Is that why we don't have our little joy juice? It says this. Mhm. In the children's Bible, it says this: "You will teach me God's way to live. Being with you will be filled with joy. At your right hand, I will find pleasure." If we finding pleasure, are we at the right hand? Are we sitting at the throne of the Father? Are we sitting there? Huh? Are we? Woo! Y'all, this one got good to me. Now I'm going to meddling in my own business. Am I doing all that I know to do? Am I getting in his presence? Am I still doing the 1 hour? Who's still doing that 1 hour? I fell back a couple days. Who is still doing the she say anywhere God is not is she say with a song, "Gotta be where you are." Y'all know that song. Y'all ain't know I can hear a little note. Want to be where you are. Okay. So we have to be where Jesus is to be in his presence. And so when you think about this, Lord, this y'all, my technology is technology over here. My big screen that I got up is just now all of a sudden they want to kind of turn on, kind of startled me a little bit. But um, and then you know how she's child distraction, you can get distracted. Okay, Damon say he's still doing his hour and more. We know Damon. Look, Damon, we know you with him. We know what you've been doing. Anybody else that's still been in that present, at least giving God that 1 hour. He said, teach me, show me thy statutes. You know, when we start looking at what God can do, he said, you guide me in the best life ever. Being when you bring me pure happiness, and by your side, endless pleasures await. Listen, as you get in his presence, listen, you won't even pop off as quick. And I have to tell y'all will be right proud of me too. When I was spending that time, like I said, I got a little shady a few days. Listen, Chanel, listen, me too, cause the least little bit of thing that somebody said and got me all out of something. I, there go that self control. Y'all know I'm working on that fruit of the spirit. Listen, the 1 hour is good. Listen, and I said, God help me keep thy statutes. Help me do what you said. Can you just not pray for 1 hour? Oh, okay. I ain't even know she was still around. You have to tell me she got a prayer call. Man, she be honey. Gail, was you with us that time at the conference? Now, y'all, this is a sidebar. We up there down there at the conference, and she done knocked my wig off at the conference. I don't know if you went with us time we was in New Orleans. Oh boy, she had okay, she's on Facebook. Okay. When she said that, that made me think about Janet Floyd, honey. Prophetess Janet Floyd, honey. We down there in New Orleans. They wasn't quite ready for a greater, but they hung on in there. It was conference time. So um, you know, sometimes churches be a little different when it's conference, but baby, we down in the prayer line. She gonna sit there and had did like that and knock that wig right off my head. Stocking cap, everything. Thank God I had the stocking cap on, and I mean I had hair under there, but I had a little situation going on at the time, but you wouldn't know it. But boy, knocked my whole wig off, and we went everywhere we went. They kept talking about that's her, that's her, that's her. I was just like, yeah, I'm the one. She knocked my wig off. Yeah, that's me. But yes. And so let me get back. Let me get back now. We back. Get in his presence and grow. Listen. Come on here, sis. We get some emotional intelligence. We sure do. Joy and total well-being. Sometimes stuff will just bounce up off of us because why? We're in his presence. And we know in his presence is fullness of joy. And at that right hand of the Father, we right there. If we right there in that throne of grace, and we get through the first layer and get enters into the court, you get right in there, right at the cuff of him. Ain't a thing that nobody can say or do to stop us from being in his presence. And so when we think about that, we have to really, really, really ask that God kind of keep us, because if that's how we stay rooted, because dang, I'm getting tongue tied this morning. I get all excited. I had to calm myself down. Woo. I have to calm myself down because then I get to talking too fast, and then it gets so the true joy is found when we walk real close to him, right? We got to get real close. Listen, girl, yeah, y'all laughing at me over here. Yeah, knock my whole wig off, y'all. That's how I learned to do bobby pins and all this other stuff. And see, this was back in the day when we didn't have um 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 when we didn't have all these fancy wigs that we have now. This was back in the day. Y'all know back in the 90s and stuff, it was only a few selection of wigs. And so we didn't have all these fancy wigs that you could do certain things and you could kind of pin them and get the little stuff. They wasn't that fancy back then, y'all. Okay, I remember it was only one type of crochet hair. Okay, so I'm back. I digress a little bit. But when you start thinking about the things that we do when we stay rooted and grounded in his word, listen, nothing can stop us. Then it takes us to this. The joy is a choice. I got to get out of here, y'all. I ain't realized we was right here. The joy is a choice. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. That's Philippians 4:4. No matter what the circumstances are, we have to choose joy daily. Okay? I got to get out of here, y'all, for real. And so when we start thinking about this life application and what we're gonna do, let's think on how we can make joy in someone else's life, in our life. How can we choose joy? She said, yes, baby. So let's choose how we can spread joy today. One of the things I like to do is I like to listen to, I like to get me a momentum playlist. Like I like to get me something that's gonna get me going. And so when you start thinking about that, you start thinking of those songs that inspire you. When I think about everlasting God, the Lord is my light, my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? And when I start thinking, and I'm gonna wait on him, and then it gets to the vamp, I sit my hope on you. I sit my hope on your love. Everlasting God. When I start thinking about that song, and I don't know all the words, but honey, you can't tell me I'm not right there with him, and I be boom, boom. Yes, get you a playlist, get you some songs, get you some thoughts, get you some words, get you some things that's gonna help you stay focused in here. And so I'm like, okay, God. So that's what we have to do. And we have to ask God to help us in our ups and in our downs. I got to go, y'all. And so listen, so the affirmation that we're going to do is the joy of the Lord is my strength. Write that down. Somebody put that in the chat. The joy of the Lord is my strength. When words fail, music speaks. You better come on here, y'all. I got to go. And so just remember, the joy of the Lord is our strength. And when we start thinking about no matter whatever the circumstances, let's choose joy. Okay, don't let nothing deter you, distray you, to keep you from what God has for you. Let's choose joy today, and I will see y'all tomorrow, Lord willing, in the morning, 5:45. All right. And the joy of the Lord is our strength. And I'll see y'all in the morning. And don't forget, we got day 9 over here. I think it's I will not quit. So I'll catch y'all over here on the nudge.
Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside,